Welcome back, everybody. So, we pretty much covered a good bit of things today and it's feeling good to get back on the roll here, getting back into things. Um, like I said, eventually I'll really get into things once I have my other setup this weekend. So this weekend, be prepared, because once I get that, we'll be able to get on the ball, and you'll be able to see everything that I can post up here. It's a wondrous thing, technology, and how you got to figure out things and that. But yeah, so like I was saying, it's just a whole nother day. Same day, really. But yeah. Okay. Let's get on the serious of things here. So, things with Matt Brown. Like I said, it just don't sit right with me. I've said about it before in my other previous video. It just don't make sense. It really don't. And a lot of the witness statements don't make sense. Then again, he was a public figure still, even though they stopped me doing Alaskan people and that. So it's just really difficult to talk about, anybody in that situation, and the family. My heart goes out to them. By the way, my whole thing though is with Bear. He doesn't. He doesn't seem truly upset. Kind of makes the sound of it, but I don't see any tears. Noah and Bam Bam and them. They show more emotion than what Bear does. Now, I'm not saying anything about Bear here. I'm not trying to, but it's just it's a little off to me. Being that was his family, and something happened. It just don't add up. But in the end, like I said, people are gonna even say they're witnesses just because he was a public figure, a celebrity, still a celebrity, even though you're not doing nothing. But I've been seeing a lot. I'm sorry, this is another thing that bothers me. I see a lot of posts that are making up their own storylines of what happened, or trying to get money, or trying to get fame and reporting things. But they're 5-second fame. Let's just put it that way, which really bothers me. I mean, you people are so ignorant to a person that passed away, and you're ignorant to the family, and you need to stop. You really do. It's really ignorant to do something like that, to make false things out there and try to get money in the benefit of someone. Matt Brown had his issues, just like everyone has their issues. Like every single one of us has some kind of issue, and that's reality. Okay. It just so happened that Matt, he did the right things on his own though. He went to get sobriety and that. He went to rehab and looked at life differently. So, do I truly believe that this man did this? I'm having a hard time with it. Especially in his videos on YouTube, and when he was doing Instagram, he always seemed happy. Sometimes he seemed a little, upset in that, but you got to figure he was homeless. He was panhandling to, get his food and that. A lot of people that knew him would just give him food. Um, so it's a little hard to believe that there was a pew pew involved, um, because they're expensive. Even a used one is pretty high up there. Um, and I don't see him owning something like that. Uh, something to whittle with and that, I'm not gonna say all that, but you know what I mean when you whittle, you know. And I mean, he was living on outside. I mean, come on, tents and sleeping on the street and that. So, but he always said he would never do something like that. So that's why I'm having a hard time, because someone that's at that point where they can say, "Hey, I'm never gonna, do this and that," so on and so forth. Normally don't. I mean, it's a 98% that they don't. I mean, you might have that one or two rare cases, but with Matt Brown, I don't think so. And to say that he possibly went back to doing something and losing his sobriety, I don't believe it. No. I have a hard time with that as well. There was a gentleman that he was hanging out with, which seems he seems more suspicious, and I haven't heard nothing like any questioning to this man. So, and that's the thing, they're jumping, and that's another really bothers me. They're jumping to right away that it was a suey. So that's what really bothers me as well, is that they're just jumping down because of witnesses, I guess, maybe. And I'm not going nothing against the witnesses. Like, it just don't add up. You see a person that looks like Matt Brown sitting in the shallow part of the river. You turn around, you hear a sound. Turn back around, he's face down. I mean, I don't know. That story just doesn't sit well with me, because, like I said, something like that is very distinctive. I mean, and loud. So you would know right away. And you're in in that area where there's a lot of them. A lot of pew-pews. So you would know what that sound is and be able to identify. But to say a sound, I don't know. Like I said, it just don't sit well with me. It really don't. So I really want everybody to pay attention to all this, because, like I said, it's just not adding up in any way, and I'm really hoping that this family can get closure, because they're even shocked themselves. They thought he would OD more than anything, and that's what I thought too at the time when he was, but since he stopped. But that's another thing. I mean, the family, is going through a rough time. So I'm hoping that they can get a better answer of things, to get closure and feel better. So, and I kind of need it too, because, like, I'm hoping in a way it was natural causes. I mean, they're trying to say it was this and that, but I haven't seen nothing about the other. So, about a PPO. So, I haven't really seen nothing, anything about it. So, I gotta dig more into it. But it's been bothering me since I heard the story. From Bear at that. That's what's weird. I heard it. I seen it from Bear first, and then the news hit about it, and yeah, and it's just weird how Bear knows right away what the everything and all that. So it's just before it hits the news. So, like I said, you got to be prepared for what might be the outcome. If it is by his own hands, then okay. But if not, then we got to be prepared for that bombshell and be prepared for what is going on. Because I just heard about this morning. I heard about in Mannheim, and that gentleman, you know, with his wife or girlfriend or whatever in her face, and took off. And I guess they don't even know who the suspect is or where he's at, because he fled by vehicle. So we got to be prepared, you know, be watching out for that. And that's in Mannheim Borough. That's all over the news, everybody. So that poor woman, if she's got family still around, the poor family's got to bury their child. So it's just horrible. And all the places I'd never thought, Mannheim Borough, I never really thought something that extent. But our world, like I said, is changing. And it's just baffles me. So, and it's not worth it. And I don't know why some people take that opportunity in that. So, I'm gonna end this early because, like, I'm really having, with these two news outlets of this, it just really bothers me, and it's weighing heavy on my mind. So I appreciate you guys on my channel watching my videos. I appreciate you guys. You know, you're doing a lot to support me in that. So please subscribe and like and share. All right. Thank you. Have a great day.